Hello again, welcome back all my favorite coder cats and coder kittens. As usual, this is Becca going by Nightcat or Nightcat's Meow most places online, and I am here again to speak to you about Linden scripting language. So, as you recall from last week, we are working on the memory board requested by Jake Sparrowtree. And for this week, we're going to work on setting them up to hide them, setting up the turns, all of the rest of that. Hiding them will actually be easy, but we're going to not immediately hide them because we are instead going to do something that will still see them while we're testing this out, just to make sure it processes everything correctly. So, we're going to want to have it decide, or have it hold, integer tries, integer, not integer, list, pick. We're going to use picks for the list of actual pictures, so we're going to say select. We're going to establish key user and list success. The reason we're making all of these global is because there's going to be different functions that are going to interact with them, so we want to make sure that they get handled separately. So, the first one we're actually going to need is for selecting objects there. So, chooser, and then integer box. So normally we would have them go start out black and hidden, and we're going to, that's the other thing I need to do while I'm thinking about it. There. Killed the alpha setting. That's actually going to come in really handy, as you will see. So, set link color. For this purpose, we're going to do something that we'll still see through. So, we're going to say, let's make it red. And then this list select equals select plus box. If get list length select is greater than 1, owner say turn, actually we don't want owner to say, we want just say 0, comma, then user. We're going to have it set for a specific user. We're going to show how that works in a minute, and that is going to be string name equals key to name user, say user name. We will expand this in a few minutes to give 3 tries, which I believe is the standard. But for right now, we're going to clear that out. Then select equals. Alright, so when the turn is done, course, it's not doing anything because I haven't run the touch start here. So, chooser, detected, link number, did I put that in wrong? Yes, I did. Confession, I'm not actually sure which one of those is spelled correctly. For the moment, we are going to set the user to the owner. We're going to take that out down the line, but to start with, we're going to do that. So we're going to put that up in here. User equals get owner. And you'll see why that's important when I take that out. If detected key 0 does not equal user, message instant? No. Instant, there we go. For convenience, key collect equals detected key 0. That is purely for convenience. Collect. There we go. Collect. It is not your turn. Return. There it goes with that. There we go. It informs me it is not my turn, but we turn user back on. Let it run its full setup again. There we go. And all right. So that is how we get it to go ahead and block off specific items. Now, the trick is going to be knowing which one is where. So when it's populating, it just went through and set everything up that way. It didn't actually set any of them, it didn't actually record what any of them are set at. So we want to get the texture that's on a given face. That's the easiest way to do that. So we're going to go to handy dandy Google. Get link texture. The only thing that comes up for linked is get link. I did not add a thing for that, so we're going to add a thing for that. String, pick one. There we go. So we're actually going to take this, pick. If get list length is greater than 1, else we establish pick 1. This is actually a better way than it was initially setting up to do. Pick 1. This also means up here we're going to pick 1, and return. This guarantees it exits out because even though this is an else statement, it's decent practice decent habit to get into. Not every language is not every method or language is quite as discriminatory, so with the if and else, so it's a decent habit to be in. So right now though, this won't actually feed much into there yet because we don't have a return yet. So return aha! I think I found the problem. Yep. I had forgotten that actually list returns an actual string, or get length parameter returns an actual list. That's what I'm trying to say. Returns a list. So I'm actually going to take advantage of that to make the code on this a little easier than I was thinking it was going to be. So there you have the entire feedback right there. We only need the first item. So string get equals list to string, which will break down, it'll allow you to extract a specific item in a list. Actually, that's the wrong place to put that. List to string get, comma, 0. Whoops. The string is get, the list is parent. Extra points for somebody who caught me screwing that up. It's actually been kind of a stressy week. Though I have a couple things going that may ease some of that up in the near future. Alright, let's ping this one. There we go. That is only the key to the texture as a string. Very useful there. So now we can officially return get, which will be established in pick 1. So we can clear owner say and move up here, owner say, pick 1. And that is the ultimate of me going derp. Owner say, pick 1. Now, I used a lightning bolt before, so I'm going to use a lightning bolt again. As you see, exact same data. This is good. That is test and confirm. So, the first thing we're going to do up here is if it is returned 1 equals texture box. String pick 2 equals texture box. You don't need to establish this as a global because you only need to compare this to the one before. So if pick 1 exactly equals pick 2, then run this code. Say 0, comma, name, plus has found a match. Now, in the case that it did not find a match, we want to revert else set link color. Actually, let's set this how we're going to have it in the end. All black. Color. Remember, all colors have to be treated as vectors, which means they need to be put inside there. And because it's link, you have to specify the length. Please pay no attention to my minor stupidity. Box. That will convert the most recent one that was done. And for the other, actually not if, it's integer box equals list to integer, select the first entry, which is 0, then set link color box all right. That will automatically revert the two to black. Ah, I did not tell it what side. All sides. And Jake, if you're planning to build this out of mesh, you're going to have to play around with the sides option. You may actually have to read the sides too to do that, the faces. All right, now bearing in mind, this is going to be functioning the way it is supposed to function. Select that. All right, that was not a match. But if I pick this one and this one, oh, that did in fact not treat it as a match. That's interesting. Okay, that time it did. Okay, it did treat it as a match. All right, everything is black now. That confirmed. Okay, so we see the first problem to fix is it's adjusting them instantly. We don't need that to be instant. So what we need to do is we need to put that on a timer. It automatically sets it to red immediately. However, we're going to start changing that right now since we have this implemented to work. For some reason, it does not get... Oh, that's why it didn't come through. I set it to 1 instead of 0. I've been doing code for controlling other objects way too much. So, that'll do that. Now this, we want sleep 3 seconds. Say 0, name, nah, we're not going to put name in there. Sorry, that is not a match. And back up to the initial placement. We're setting all these to black. Now I won't know what the settings on the board are when it's first set up. So there you go, it gives you a certain amount of time to preview what's what. There we go, we have our first match. Second match. Third match. Fourth. Fifth. There we go. So, next. You know there had to be a next. One of the things wrong with it is you can wind up blanking it out like that, and we don't want it to be able to do that. That is not actually useful to us. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to actually remove the entry where it says what was found. There we go. Owner say pick one. And we're going to establish another list. Chosen. And every time that it finds a match, you're going to add both of those to chosen. Chosen equals chosen plus box. And then always convenient to copy code. There we go. And now it's going to have to this time go through and compare each box item if list find list dropped on a lowercase l there. If list find list chosen, comma, box, n is greater than or equal to 0. So if it is in the list, because what list find list will do is it looks to see where in this list this item can be found, and it returns what the placement, the first placement in the list is. So the first entry is 0. If it's not found, it's -1. So another way we could put this is equal to -1. Would come into the same result either way. So it's, if it is not in that list, then there we go. Now it will not revert the colors if it is one that has already been discovered as a match. There we go. So we have a match. Not a match. And so you see, it does not actually remove that item. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to set it to not even bother to send that if one of these down here so is already chosen. It just simply won't process it, which technically means you shouldn't need it up here, but we're going to leave it just to be sure. So now, only if it is not found in the chosen list will it even process that. Ah, here that did not work because it did not have a box to option to choose. Integer box equals detected link number 0. always convenient if you're going to be reusing the number to assign it a name in the area you're going to be using it. It makes if for whatever reason you need to change that, you only have to change it in one place now. So, heart, leaf, petal, coin, 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 leaf, as you say, I suck at memory. There we go. Completely does not respond to me there. So that means that part is working. There we go. Entire board is cleared. So that's quite a bit of extra here to sort out. So for next week, we're going to worry about actually running turns, running multiple users, and the other things necessary to complete this. But I think this is coming along beautifully. So it now actually registers if you're clicking on boxes that have already been clicked. It registers if it has the correct object. All that nicely coming together. Again, anybody that particularly likes this tutorial, send thanks on the Discord to Jake Sparrowtree. It was his request that you're seeing right now. So that will be it for this week. So until I see you next week, all I can say is good day, good week, good luck, happy coding, meow.